Hey, what's up, guys? AEW representing you laying SmackDown. Yeah, this is a stream that I did not have planned for a few days. I did not plan the stream. To be honest with you guys, the stream was not planned. Let's just give me a video. But you know what? I decided to make it into a stream. You know what? Because I like talking about this stuff. It's just very interesting. So, Stone Cold wrestling again. WrestleMania 39, possibly again. We'll get into that. This is what I think of it, man. I'm gonna put my headset because I'm gonna invite people on. If they want to come on, they don't have to. It's just fun stuff. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, so this is gonna be in my chat, guys. Tony, if he wants to come on, I always allow Tony on. I like him. Tony is a wrestling fan. TW, if you want to come on, I don't know. He's allowed on. Where's my buddy Brian? I want Brian in here. If he's here. But yeah, okay. So now WrestleMania is still a long way off, okay? Still a very long way off. In fact, it's about, I don't know, December, January, March, about 3 or 4 months off. Okay? That's when WrestleMania 39 is. This year is in Los Angeles, Hollywood. Well, next year, whatever, next WrestleMania. And then the year after is in Philadelphia for, well, an anniversary WrestleMania 40. 40 years. That's in 2023. 2024 will be 40 years of WrestleMania. Big milestone. Huge milestone. Now, with WrestleMania, the rumor is WWE wants The Rock versus Roman Reigns, right? That's the marquee matchup, right? They're both from the same part of the same family. They're related to each other. Hey, Timothy, what's up? They're related to each other. And that's the rumor they want, The Rock versus his cousin Roman Reigns at WrestleMania this year. This coming up year, 2023 for WrestleMania 39. Okay? That's what they want. And WrestleMania, and yeah, I think people would want to see that, The Rock and Roman Reigns, but I don't know if it needs to be for the title, because obviously The Rock would not win the title there, because he has his Hollywood career. He wouldn't be full. It'd be like a Cena thing. And Cena just came back in 2021 for a month for a match at SummerSlam, and then off he went. Came back for 1 week this year to celebrate like 20 years in the business. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. And being The Rock is definitely cementing him as the greatest champion of all time. Because Cena, being Cena, a generational talent, is definitely major. And him beating his own cousin would definitely be him beating Brock Lesnar, Edge, Daniel Bryan, all these guys over the past year, since his reign as, well, double champion. And look, when he became champion in first place, he faced his cousin Uso, Jay Uso, Kevin Owens. You know, those guys are not generational talent per se, so you wouldn't. But now, his last few feuds over the years, since basically halfway point 2021, he's defeated bigger name opponents, more major opponents. And they want to cement him as the greatest champion of all time. And they need a strong babyface to dethrone Roman Reigns. They got to build up a very strong babyface to dethrone Roman Reigns, especially at WrestleMania, because to me, WrestleMania is the pay-per-view where Roman Reigns loses the titles to a huge babyface that's on the rise or is over right now, and it stays over. WrestleMania is the perfect pay-per-view for him to lose the titles. But if it's The Rock, and we'll get into Stone Cold, but if it's The Rock, he's not losing the titles. But it's still an interesting match that people want to see. And the story that you could develop between, something like Cody Rhodes, yes. If he does come back a Royal Rumble, something like that, something like Cody Rhodes, yes. Maybe even Bray Wyatt. I don't know. There's whispers that there's whispers that Bray Wyatt, after whatever he's doing now, may go after Roman Reigns. There's whispers of that. I'm not a source. I don't have scoops. I just read I just read on the internet. That's all I do. I don't. So don't take my word for it, okay? And I understand why Bray Wyatt may go after Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns did take the title off Bray Wyatt at Summers at the Payback pay-per-view the week after SummerSlam that Roman Reigns came back from in 2020. After Bray defeated Braun Strowman to take the Universal title? Yeah, I think the Universal title from Braun. But yeah, somebody like Cody Rhodes is a perfect example of I can see dethroning dethrone him. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It was his heel turn. He came back as a heel. And it's probably the best move of his career when he came back as a heel. Now, Rock and Roman Reigns would be a huge marquee matchup. I think Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes would be a huge matchup, personally. I think Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania would be a huge match, even though. Yes, he did. But on this topic, it's not really about Roman Reigns and The Rock. It's about The Rock's greatest rival. And The Rock's greatest rival was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Two megastars in the mainstream, not just wrestling, but mainstream. Yes, wrestling WWE is mainstream, but it was not as talked about as it was in the late 90s and early 2000s, the Attitude Era, where wrestling was talked about in the news all the time. People wore wrestling shirts, attire to schools all over the place, in public. Now, I don't see anybody wear wrestling merchandise in public. The only time I see people wearing wrestling merchandise is at wrestling shows, but you don't do it in public anymore. People don't wear wrestling merchandise in public, only wrestling shows. Yes, and they had the WrestleMania matches, the three of them, all good. The third one was a little different. It didn't have the same intense heat as the first two, but it was still very well done based on why that third match had happened between Rock and Stone Cold, because of Stone Cold's swan song of having his official last match at WWE before he came back last year. Exactly. And most general people only know of WWE, and the general people, they heard of WWE, but they haven't heard of the other companies. General people don't know what AEW is. They don't know what Impact is. They don't know what New Japan is. They just know WWE. That's all. Because WWE is a juggernaut. Despite and the thing is, AEW hasn't grown, right? Like their viewership's always run the same. Same with WWE. It hasn't grown. Me too. Me too. Me too. I don't pick a side with each other. I don't choose one over another because, and I don't get into Twitter squabble, whatever feuds with people who are shitting on one product over the other. Like AEW fans will shit on WWE fans, or WWE fans will shit on AEW fans. I just like wrestling. There's nothing wrong to be a fan of both companies, or not just both companies, but New Japan and Impact. Look, I like New Japan for what it is, but I find the characters in New Japan very boring. Now, not a lot of the New Japan wrestlers have personality to them. I find it boring. And I know their style is strong style, right? But if you look at in the fight in New Japan, the thing with New Japan, look at this. And you know, they treat wrestling like a sport. But here's the problem. Their match 30 minutes 30 minutes into a match, and all of a sudden you got a test of strength. You get a punch here, guy doesn't sell. Punch back doesn't sell. I'm sorry, but when you're wrestling for 30 minutes match, you're tired, you have to sell that, okay? You have to sell that. Because in real life, if you've been fighting for that long, you ain't selling that. You are gonna feel that. You're gonna be affected by that, by a punch. New Japan, the thing is, New Japan has their basis of the wrestling is more of a sport. I'm sorry, but it's not. I'll say this: Jericho and Mox and Claudio, yes, but I think they dropped the ball on some other. I think they dropped the ball on Miro. I mean, Miro first was good, but I don't know what they're doing. Miro, I think they dropped the ball on Andrade. Andrade definitely dropped the ball. I think they dropped the ball on Ruby. I think they dropped the ball on Ember. They dropped the ball on a lot of WWE guys. But the top tier ones in the main on the top card of WWE, they have like John Moxley and Jericho perfectly. I mean, now I think so. I personally think some of the wrestlers that were let go by WWE would want to come back to WWE now that Triple H is in charge. That's what I personally think. Because they saw how their career was in NXT when Triple H was winning things. That's what I think about. But this is huge. This is huge if true. It's true, guys. Yeah. Bray, the thing with Bray Wyatt and Vince, he gets bored with Bray Wyatt very quick, right? Because you know Vince, right? He gets bored of characters very quick, with gimmicks very quick. He does that. With Triple H, when he took some of Vince's gimmicks and saw how Vince was trying to run it, and they don't work, and he changed them. He changed them because he saw how they worked in the past and how they could work now. Nikki Cross is back as original gimmick from NXT. Karrion Kross. Yeah, exactly. Like Vince in the 90s and 2000s, I think he understood it better. Like long-term stuff in character building. I think as he got older and older, he was stuck in his old ways. And the wrestling world has changed, obviously, around him. And he hasn't changed with it. Triple H has adapted to the change in the wrestling world, the wrestling universe. And unfortunately, Vince, what happened? What Vince had to retire and give his son-in-law in charge of WWE because of the scandal, the stuff he did. Yeah, and there's and yeah, exactly. I mean, Sasha and Naomi are technically not gone, right? They're still under contract, but they're not wrestling. They're not at the shows, and I think they will come back soon. I think Sasha will be back soon because Triple H, Triple H will know what to do with Sasha and Naomi. Have them return as heels and base their frustration, even on social media, they look like they both having fun with their time off away from WWE. But have them come back as heels, and just whip into WWE management, whip into WWE how they were treated as heels. Come back as heels. Use the real life stuff in storyline material. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. And guys, I'm gonna try to end this stream before SmackDown. A- As you know, SmackDown was taped, okay? I know the results, but I'm not gonna spoil them here for you guys. And tomorrow is Crown Jewel. But Austin, now let's go to where I heard this. WrestleVotes. If you know WrestleVotes on Twitter, you know WrestleVotes has scoops behind the scenes, has connections. No name, first name, but if you know WrestleVotes, he's legit, and you could contact him. He does have an email. You could contact him. So it's just something about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay, I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'm allowed because it's legally allowed to do this, but I'm gonna share it with you guys. Okay, let me put it up. Oh, it's because it's Timothy, because it's in Saudi Arabia, it's in Crown Jewel. They want to make it. It's basically an attraction, right? It's an attraction match. I guarantee you, if they had no Saudi Arabia show, Logan Paul would not be having a match against Roman Reigns. I think it's just for this show and that's it. And don't expect a title change. This, yeah, but it's only I don't like the idea, but I understand why. It's just it's just an attraction match. That's all. So this is a retweet that WrestleVotes did. Quote retweeted this. So Louis Dungor, right? Louis Dungor says Stone Cold Steve Austin was so elated with the match with Kevin Owens at WrestleMania that the feeling within WWE is open to wrestling again soon. And he tags WrestleVotes, who tells Give Me Sport, quote, unclear if that's something Triple H is considering right now. And WrestleVotes with a quote retweet, I'll follow up on this. Sources believes Austin would definitely listen to any proposal for this year's Mania. Me nor the rest of the world know what his answer would be, however. So, based on last year's appearance, and Austin looked good, right? He didn't look like a guy. He didn't look like a guy who had a bad neck. He looked really, really good with the Kevin Owens stuff. I mean, give credit to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is there to help, to lead him, because obviously Austin hasn't wrestled in 20 years, right? So give credit to Kevin Owens for that, for making Austin look good. But so according to this, it seems like Austin would be open to it, right? Would be open to a match. A Triple H, yeah. Uh, it seems like unclear if Triple H. I mean, if Austin's open to it, Triple H will definitely will definitely talk with Stone Cold about what it can do for WrestleMania. Remember, they got to March or April to come up with something. They got a long way to go to WrestleMania. And I definitely think if there's something that Austin likes, and I just it's obvious, I think Triple H will definitely contact Austin to work with to do something again at WrestleMania. Dude, you know that's the best. I like the Rock sell. The Rock when he sold it. I like how the Rock sells a stunner. He always does that backwards, flip. But definitely, if Austin's open, the Triple H definitely gonna get in contact with them, and they get to go see what they can work out with what they can do at WrestleMania. I mean, they did stuff with Kevin Owens. Why not having something fun with Sami Zayn or something like that? Or no, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. But there's some guys that he could work with that they trust. They trust in WWE that could work with Austin because of his neck. There's some guys like, yeah, he is, definitely is. And I think there's some guys see Austin that Will would be able to work with. I mean, he could work with Roman Reigns, but they're not gonna do that obviously because they're not gonna make that a title match. He could work with. Let's see, AJ Styles. AJ Styles. Let's see, Seth Rollins. I know Seth Rollins has hurt people before, so I don't know. That could take it out of the equation. um, the Miz, even the Miz. I know the Miz is not like main event tier, but Miz, yeah, maybe something like the Miz. You know what I would if maybe I would do this if it's possible. If Randy Orton comes back, maybe work with Randy Orton. Randy Orton could go back to the Legends killer gimmick and be like, you know what? There's been one legend I haven't killed, the legend of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Maybe something like that. Something like that. The legend of Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I think, but that depends on the seriousness of Randy Orton's injury because there has really been no update on his on Randy Orton. There's been a tiny bit of update that the plan for him once he comes back is to turn heel. Yeah, see, it would work. Okay, yeah, you're right. It would work with Stone Cold though, right? Like, it'd be good. But the plan is with Randy Orton was when he comes back is to turn heel and Riddle, and that was always gonna be the eventual payoff for that tag team. That Randy Orton's gonna turn heel and Riddle is hard to see become a heel. Like Riddle's very difficult. Like it to me to be a heel, and Randy Orton has to be a heel in that. When eventually that happens, and when he ever comes back, maybe they're hoping before WrestleMania because I think that could be a WrestleMania match. But if not, they could do Randy Orton versus Austin. I think that works out there because like the only time Randy Orton really got involved with Stone Cold is when Stone Cold was part commissioner GM of Raw with Bischoff, but he didn't really wrestle, right? He didn't wrestle. And you can. He has at times, right? The Seth Rollins feud, you could see his aggressive side. His aggressive side. But But Austin, you could also make Austin work with, I don't know, not Drew McIntyre. Oh, that'd be awesome. But another legend? No. Don't know. Who else could work with Stone Cold? Put it down, Nick. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Seth Rollins could do it to Stone Cold, man. I mean, I don't want to see this. I don't think anybody wants to see this. But you could do stuff with Stone Cold and Corbin. I don't know. You could do something Stone Cold in. Don't know. I think Brock Lesnar. Yeah, man. You know what? They should after that WrestleMania match they had in 2017, Roman should have turned heel there. You know they could do, but I don't know if they would. Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. As you remember, Austin walked out in 2002 on Raw because he didn't think him wrestling Brock Lesnar on free TV was a smart idea. Now he said he regrets it, but why not something like that at WrestleMania? And I know Brock, you gotta be careful of Brock Lesnar though. You gotta be very careful of Brock Lesnar. And I personally wouldn't trust Brock Lesnar with Stone Cold in the match. I might do Bobby Lashley. Oh, I have a stupid idea. I wouldn't trust this guy. I wouldn't trust this guy either. But Goldberg and Stone Cold? Remember, back in the Attitude Era, everybody wanted to compare Stone Cold to Goldberg, right? Right? Yeah. I think the thing is, Roman technically is not a heel. I mean, he is a heel, right? But there's some things he has been face like what he did with the Miz. That's basically a face move, and I think he's a baby face in his feud with.
What's up, Aaron? I've come to cash my money in the bank. I'm gonna hit you with a chair. I'm gonna slam everybody that's here. What's going on?
What's going on? We're just discussing possibly if Stone Cold is willing to wrestle once again at this upcoming WrestleMania.
What was the last time he wrestled?
Last year's WrestleMania.
Oof, man, does he have it in him? Is he even going to be worth it? Should he sully his reputation?
No, he did very well last WrestleMania. He was good.
I mean, because Mick Foley, he's definitely
he's better
sullied himself.
No,
he's with all his comebacks. Terry Funk, all his comebacks. Ric Flair.
I think Stone Cold will be willing to do 1 or 2 matches a year, but not like Ric Flair. Those guys, I think Stone Cold is willing to do this for special occasions.
Well, I think if you're going to have somebody like a Stone Cold come out, he shouldn't be fighting Roman Reigns. He should be fighting maybe a mid-carder, upper mid-carder, someone who needs a push, someone who needs that little boost to get into the main event. I hate when they bring in these people to oh my God, look, The Rock's back for one night only. Then he wins. And it's for what? What did that gain the audience? The Rock's not coming back permanently. Him beating one of your top stars does not help the company, doesn't help the business. You get a little one-night bump, and that's it.
It does. Yeah, the rumor now, there's no, the rumor now they want The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns is a champion. But what does it benefit WWE if if the title is on the line, with knowing The Rock is only going to be for one match and go back to Hollywood? There's no benefit of that.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen what happened when everybody knew that both Brock Lesnar and Goldberg were leaving the company. They completely shit on that match. It was just
it was not a good match either.
Oh no, because neither one was in it. Once the
No.
audience started shit on it, they're like, "Oh fuck it, let's just take it home." And even with Stone Cold saving it at the end,
Cody Rhodes is the guy for me to take the title off Roman. Yeah, but Stone Cold. Well, first Stone Cold needs somebody who's a good enough worker to keep him safe because of his neck.
yeah,
Like he needs somebody like that. And there's some guys on the roster I would not trust working with Stone Cold. Like I wouldn't do Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania because Brock Lesnar, I don't know if I trust him to be safe. With his suplexes, like he does all he does is a German suplex in the F5, right? A German suplex to Stone Cold.
Oof, lights out forever.
Yeah, like that, like, and I've seen, and you watch wrestling with me. I've seen people get hurt on the German suplex when they land on their neck. Right, like, was it? I think back in ECW, was it Taz or Benoit who got injured from a German suplex? It's a very dangerous move, a German suplex.
Well, I mean, any move where you're slamming your spine, neck,
Yeah,
onto the mat is a dangerous move.
I think you should take on the Miz. I know the Miz is it's not like the main event level talent, but he's kind of mid card, right? And this is Hollywood, right? They're having WrestleMania in Hollywood, and Miz could talk shit about how he's all better than everybody in Hollywood and all this stuff, and he's the biggest star in Hollywood. And you have Stone Cold come out and just like have a match with the Miz and then stun him. Do something fun like that.
Like I said, if you're gonna bring Stone Cold, I would do it. Put somebody over. Who's right there on the cusp? Who needs that little bit of extra push?
That's hard at WWE. It's hard.
You know what? Have him fight Sami Zayn. Put Sami Zayn over.
Sami Zayn, yeah, because Sami Zayn is over right now. I can tell you that. But yeah,
put him with Sami Zayn. He gets the win, and now Roman Reigns is jealous of Sami getting that big win. Maybe have everybody like congratulating Sami. Oh my God, Sami beat Stone Cold, right? Make a big deal of it. This leads to Roman Reigns being jealous. And then you get the little inner group dynamic going, and then you push Sami Zayn to the fucking moon.
Yeah, this is the reason Randy Orton's on the shelf, because he did admit the RKO over the years has taken a toll on his back and neck. He didn't. That's why he's on the.
Because he didn't do it good. Chest out, shoulders up.
Because what the difference is, DDP did basically the same move, but DDP didn't have the same elevation as Randy Orton.
Yeah. That's why DDP, chest out, shoulders up.
Yeah. Styles doesn't really need Stone Cold, because Styles has been champion. Well, this year Styles has been, I don't know, he hasn't been on the top of the card. He's kind of a guy who past few this year and last year has been more of someone who's willing to help others get pushes. Even though
WWE usually has a habit of bringing in guys that are champions in other companies. Like when they brought in Ricochet, he was like the top guy for what the hell was that? Lucha Underground. And then he just gets shuffled into the mid card and forgotten. AJ Styles, top guy, fucking TNA. He did that whole like almost Summer of Pump type thing. Comes in, gets shuffled in, and he's fucking gone.
Ricochet was a big fish in a really small pond, and the thing about him in Lucha Underground, he wasn't Ricochet. He was Prince Puma, and he didn't even talk.
Yeah, but he was good. He's a good worker. People know who he is.
He's a good worker. It's just what's killing him is he has no charisma and he can't talk.
Well, that's why you give him a manager like someone like a Conan who can talk. I mean, they don't want to pay two workers, right? They want to pay the one guy who does it all, talks, and fucking has in-ring ability. But Ricochet, he's a good worker. He gets over with the fans. You give him a good talker, someone like I said, Conan. Bring back fucking Hector Guerrero.
Hector Guerrero, yeah.
Someone that's going to get him over with the fans. Not necessarily, main eventer, but he could definitely be a U.S. champ, Intercontinental champ.
2019, we thought that was going to be his breakout year when he feuded with AJ Styles over the U.S. title. And that didn't go anywhere. That did not help him.
I mean, part of it's booking. It's not always on the worker. I mean, he just does fucking shit that they tell him to do, right?
I mean, Vince McMahon does have a short leash. had a short leash on certain people Triple H has a longer leash. Like, Triple H is willing to be more patient.
Well, Triple H is willing to let people
Yeah.
themselves get over. If the crowd is going into it, he's willing to dial into the crowd. Whereas Vince McMahon's like, here's my plan, and we're sticking to what I want.
Yeah.
Screw what the fans want.
Yeah.
So
Triple H is the opposite of that. If he sees something's working, he'll work with it. If he sees something's not working, he'll not work. Look, and the wrestling's actually been better on WWE.
I don't want to take on Roman Reigns. I'm not a wrestler anymore. I'd be a manager. I could be Aaron's manager, his hype man.
Yeah, he could be my manager. He could be my Roman Reigns. I could be Roman Reigns. He could be my Paul Heyman.
Okay, now you could be my Umaga. And I'll be Alejandro Estrada.
Yeah, I remember that.
That guy was over. I don't know why they got rid of him.
Because he couldn't. They tried to make him a wrestler.
They shouldn't have. That was stupid. He had a fucking great voice. His gimmick. He had that right amount of like grating personality where you hated him, but you still were like, oh my god, I got to see this guy because he's so fucking such a dickhead.
Oh yeah, but it's sad. Like Umaga is like, dude, that family has a lot of tragic history. Like the Walks family, man, there's a lot of tragedy in that family.
Well, I mean, when you're as heavy as those guys are, you're gonna have some fucking issues.
I mean, it's definitely not from the Walks. I think it's from the Walks mother's side, like, because his father was not like that. Like, yeah, the Samoans are not exactly like the best shape, right? Like in the wrestling from the wrestling dynasty.
And anything, I mean, it's Samoans naturally have they're heavier people.
Yeah,
they have natural, diseases, heart disease, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Roman Reigns had cancer. That's different. Like The Rock, the thing about The Rock is he's only part Samoan, right? So
yeah, he's half African American, half Samoan.
Yeah. I mean, I remember like Yokozuna. I remember they billed him as a Japanese wrestler.
He started off as the Great Kukina.
Yes. And the guy can move for the guy, but he just kept growing and growing, and because he couldn't stop eating.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, Samoans are known for being big people. It's the genes,
big eaters, big genes, and big eaters.
Well, when you're on the island all day, it's hot, sweaty. Just eat, lay around, sit in the hammock, enjoy the nice island breeze. And
they were in the wrestling world back then. It was definitely very hard to survive because you either go to bars, get drinks, you're away from your families, or you do drugs. Back now it's not. Now it's they probably still go to bars, but they don't do drugs otherwise because they do drug tests now.
Oh, they quote unquote do drug tests now.
Yeah. Well, they
drug test the lower guys. The main event guys probably get away with all kind of shit.
Probably. But the wrestlers now, the younger generation wrestlers are much better shape than the wrestlers from 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, because they have to be. Wrestlers now are more, what's the word I'm looking for? Flippy. They do all the little flippies and shit, right? Having a guy like, could you imagine a guy like Dick the Bruiser going into WWE right now? He just goes in there, he's punching, he's fucking kicking, headlocks, bear hugs. The fans would shit all over it. They would hate that shit. Fucking Jim Cornette would fucking cream his pants.
Oh, Jim Cornette hates that stuff.
No, Jim Cornette loves punch kick.
Yeah. He's old school. Yeah, I think remember like WCW was a perfect example. It was mostly like it was Mexican wrestling that kind of gave the wider the not the national audience but the more the world audience a view of that kind of wrestling because when WCW featured like the cruiserweights, most of the cruiserweights were from like Mexico.
Oh yeah, well they still had like your Dean Malenkos and your Chris Jerichos.
Yeah, but the Dean Malenkos was not doing flips.
No,
but most of the
Chris Benoit wasn't. They were more ground technical wrestlers.
But most of the cruiserweights were from Mexico, and they were doing flips and stuff like Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, La Parca, Juventud. A bunch of them were doing flips. Now wrestlers are like 250 to 300 pounds. Go out do that now.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
It's fucking crazy.
yeah. I mean, there's back in the day, there was big wrestlers who were able to do some moonsaults, like Vader. The guy could do a moonsault.
Yeah, that shit was impressive. How
Mm.
he just failed in the WWF is beyond me because
I think Shawn Michaels has something to do with it.
yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard the Shawn Michaels basically squashing his career.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think it's from the '96. Yeah, Keith Flip. Yeah, Keith Lee. Look at this. Keith Lee looks like a guy that should be able to do this stuff, but he could do it. Like
Like what?
it's
You trailed off.
big. I know. I was watching something. Keith Lee, man. Yeah.
You can't be watching stuff. What are you watching that's more important than your
I'm
own
bored.
stream, Aaron?
I'm just waiting to SmackDown. 20 minutes from now. That's gonna.
Well, 20 minutes from now, I'm going to be popping off, heading out. I got stuff to do before my stream where I'm going to be doing drama, talking shit about people, laying my own smackdown verbally.
What's
upon some
okay?
fools.
What's happening now? Like we could talk shit on.
Well, there's just some people online that are, they always run their mouths about me and my people and my guys. So we got to, handle business. This will probably be the last Friday night drama stream for a while, just because I hit 1,000 subscribers today, Aaron.
Congrats.
Thank you. So YouTube's gonna be like, hey, you can't be starting shit no more, Tony. You got to keep your nose clean.
YouTube could tell you that, but that's not gonna. YouTube won't do anything if you still talk shit. We know people that talk shit all the time that are monetized.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But I have a lot of people that really don't like me. Some big creators, 100,000 subscriber channels, who have it out for me, Aaron. So I gotta keep the nose clean.
Oh, that's. If you got people like that, yeah. I mean, they go after you, but you don't care. I know you, Tony. You like to express yourself.
Oh yeah, I love it. What I don't like is like these people will talk shit, but then when I'm like, oh come on, let's bring me on. Let's confront one another and air it out. That no, you're nobody. You're little. Well, what the fuck are you talking about me? If I'm little,
yeah.
Don't talk about me.
Exactly. If you're talking about someone and that person wants to talk to you and air it out and they decline, I'm like, why even bother talking about you, right? Like, it's like
there's a lot of people out there that they know
cowards.
Not just cowards, but they know if they get into a verbal back and forth with me, they're not going to last. It's not going to work. I have too much energy, too much charisma.
You do. You do. I know if I'm having you on Max's channel. I know.
I feel bad. Sometimes I feel like I'm bullying Max. I'm like, shit, I gotta leave Max alone.
But let's be honest. Max does not have good control of his streams when there's a bunch of people on.
Oh yeah, it gets crazy. Last night was pretty fun. It was a little crazy last night, but it was fun.
Here, my suggestion to Max is after he does the introduction, that's when he lets people from backstage come on. Because he wasn't here last Saturday, right? And I did a Cavill stream, right? Like as just something fun on his channel and my channel. And I was trying to do an introduction, but I kept getting interrupted. And I'm like, if I do this again, I'm not having people come on until I'm done the introduction.
Well, last night when they were interrupting me, I was like, shut the fuck up, everybody. Let me get this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently EVS didn't like that. He thought I was being rude.
But yeah, because on his streams, everybody gets interrupted.
Yeah.
And I'm usually like one of the few. I'm like you, Tony. I'm like, that Max say what he has to say. Let him get through what he wants to get through. But he can't because other people don't stop talking or let him get through what he wants to get through. And that's his streams are like. And there's always distractions on his stream, that's nothing relatable to the topic at hand.
Oh yeah. I love CGH. CGH is a great guy, but man, he'll derail a fucking conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same thing with Jarbo. I love Jarbo, but it seems like Matt Jarbo comes on and suddenly like
Takes over.
not just takes over, but like everyone wants to start asking him questions. What's your opinion? Like, dude, we've moved on from that topic. Who gives a fuck what Jarbo's opinion is? It's not Jarbo's stream. It's fucking Max's stream.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there's some people like he always does that with. What's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on this? And he doesn't even ask the chat their thoughts on stuff. He always asks the panel. He doesn't ask the chat their thoughts on stuff.
Yeah, sometimes he does. He does ignore the chat. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I gotta be like, Max, they're talking to you in the chat, Max. Super chat. Max.
Yeah. And so we have us for that.
But it's like, come on, pay attention to the people that are watching.
Yeah, when I do my streams, I always ask the chat what their thoughts, because you know what? Because people in the chat are the most important people. They're your audience.
Yeah.
If you ignore your audience, guess what? They're not going to come back.
Oh, they might. Maybe they like it. Maybe that's their kink. Don't kink shame people, Aaron. Maybe they like being ignored.
Being ignored? They like a silent treatment? They like a silent treatment? That's their kink?
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes people want what they can't have, so they want that attention. They're like, hey, I just keep coming back till he pays attention to me.
Oh, is that Marcus? You know Marcus, right? He's like that?
Nah, maybe. I don't know.
He's like,
there's so many fucking people in this circle. And the circle just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I'm like, oh, shit, it's too many people.
Yeah.
So what's the big? I haven't watched wrestling in a while. So what's the big match?
Crown Jewel tomorrow. Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul in Saudi Arabia. And there's threat of a war happening there with Iran.
Well, yeah, if Logan Paul wins, we riot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that match has to end in 1 minute. I'm sorry.
It shouldn't. I mean,
it won't. It won't. I can guarantee that.
Has Logan Paul wrestled yet? Has he actually wrestled in the ring? Is he decent?
Yeah, he's actually better than decent, I'll say. He's one of the few celebrities that's actually pretty good.
What's his like gimmick?
Oh, his gimmick is just Logan Paul.
Just being Logan Paul.
Media sensation, yeah.
I mean, that's a gimmick.
Yeah. He doesn't need a gimmick, right? That's who he is. Just be himself. That's all he needs.
I would, if like the smart money would be to play it up, have him do the whole go in there, pretend he's going to lock up with Roman Reigns. And he rolls out of the ring and does the whole like, I'm smarter than you.
Yes, to be the heel. Wrestler. Yeah. Be the heel.
And then, you get the crowd aggravated because they're like, come on, get in there, right? And then finally, when Roman Reigns gets his hands on him, the crowd's going to pop. They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Because you know what? Because they're billing him as a baby face. And I'm sorry, but Logan Paul's not a baby face.
Oh, no.
No. Like, and WWE doesn't seem to get that.
What they should do, I would swerve it. Who's the top heel right now in WWE?
Probably Roman Reigns. I mean, he is a champion. He is the universal champion.
Who's the number 2 heel?
Number 2?
That's not in his like circle.
Number 2. Seth Rollins, maybe on Raw, maybe.
All right, so I would set up a Roman Reigns face turn. I would have him. So he's facing Logan Paul, right? So then I would have someone come out and be like, sorry, Logan Paul cannot wrestle. Doctors won't clear him. He's too big of a star. Whatever, like MTV or whatever. They're not going to clear him, right? In his place, we got Seth Rollins. Like Roman Reigns is like, oh, no, I want to fight him.
And they do have history, Seth and Roman.
Right? And then get like Logan Paul to be like, yeah. So Logan Paul and Roman Reigns, he's like, well, fucking, I'll be in your corner. Because if you beat Seth Rollins, then WWE will make an unsanctioned match against Logan Paul and Roman Reigns, right? Mm-hmm. That's how I would build it. And then when you get to it, then all of a sudden you get the moment where, oh shit, Seth Rollins is down. Roman Reigns is about to get the pin. Logan Paul comes in. Low blow. Oh shit. Seth Rollins rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul has turned heel. He joins Seth Rollins. New champion. And then in the process, you would turn Roman Reigns face. Because that's what they want. They've always wanted Roman Reigns to be a fucking face.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, this rule has been going on for.
And the only way to like, you have to get somebody that the crowd hates more than Roman Reigns because they were shitting on him pretty hard.
And the crowd really doesn't hate Roman Reigns that much, though.
Not anymore.
No.
But when they first tried to fucking shove him down
they love to heel Roman Reigns. Yeah. And they actually love heel Seth Rollins too. Like people love heels.
Well, see, Timothy Williams, that's the point. He says, I hate how you can't lose the title from a DQ. The whole point of that rule is so that the heel champions can lose a match and keep the belt, and that keeps the chase going. Most of the time, the chase to the title is better than the actual win.
Yes.
Because once you win, that's it. The chase is over. Now you got to build up a new thing. But if you're chasing it for months.
What happens is if it's a long feud, eventually when the face wins the title, it's a bigger moment.
Yeah, that payoff, that final.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I mean, like I said, I haven't watched wrestling in a while, and I know, like, I want to say in 2000, like suddenly, like the idea of a multi-month storyline was just like, fuck that. It's like title change every month. It's like a 1 month storyline.
WWE during those years did a lot of title changes. A lot. That's true. They did. I remember like WCW had like a title change every month.
Yeah. Well, after Hogan left, it was like they were just hot potato with the damn title.
Yeah. Hogan had it for a long time. I think Goldberg had it for a while. And then in '99, everybody had the title. Yeah. WCW.
Pretty much.
WWE. Yeah, WWE, everybody had the title. The Rock, Austin, Triple H, Mankind. Like everybody had it in '99. Yeah. It's like it's very hot potato. Even though it was the best era of wrestling, but the titles were very hot potato back then.
Yeah, well, they basically the title went from being something to like, oh, it's just a prop. It's just the prop in the storyline to move the ball along.
And it's still besides the title that Roman Reigns has, it's still a prop. Yes, right. And you know what? And some of the best storylines don't involve titles.
No, the best storylines involve personal. Like, you don't care about a title. It's personal between you and this other guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm old school wrestling mentality, wrestling psychology.
Oh, yeah, I could tell.
I'm not like these new school guys. So, wait, you're almost at 100 here in your.
Yeah, I need 6 more.
6 more. You're going to get it. You're going to get it.
I'll probably get it tomorrow if a bunch of people from the other countries thinking I'm going to show the pay-per-view stream online.
So are you going to call the matches or how are you going to do this?
I'm just going to, I'm not going to call them out. I'll say what's going on, what's happening. You know, I'm not going to be the commentating.
You got to be the commentator. You got to be the fucking Joey Styles. Think about it. No one does it on YouTube. Whenever you watch someone watching wrestling or talking wrestling, they just go like, oh, what's going on? Okay, so Austin won or Austin comes out. You got to call it like you're like, boom, I'm Joey Styles. Like, oh my God, fucking Austin just came out. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I'll do that. I do that from time to time when I do these streams. Like when I'm shocked or something, you see my shocked face. But I just know
you got to call the whole thing like you're the play-by-play commentator for your audience because your audience can't see what's going on, right?
Yeah, well, because I know for a fact. When I did this in September for the pay-per-view in the UK at 1 p.m. our time, Eastern time, and it was like 6 or 7 their time.
Yeah, I remember I came in.
I got like 20 subs from that, but all the people that sub or whatever are in the chat from India or like Pakistan or something, thinking I could show them the stream.
Yeah,
I'll probably get it tomorrow. Too.
I thought you were too. I popped in. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna watch pay-per-view. Oh no.
No, I get copyright. I get hit a big time. No, they would hit me.
That's why you got to start calling. You got.
I could do watch-alongs. I just have to create a separate StreamYard, not make it live, and just put the network on it. You know, like Max does with his watch-alongs.
Yeah, then you can have you and someone else. One of you is the play-by-play. One of you is the color commentator.
Yeah, exactly.
You could be a heel. You could be a heel commentator. Like fuck those good guys. I can't wait till Roman Reigns wins.
Puppies.
Yeah, there you go. See, it'll be all good, like WWE back in the day.
I done it for 2K though. No, but commenting the video games.
I mean, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like I said,
well,
I've never seen anybody do it. I think that would be a unique take to this whole thing. Because
maybe
then
I
you can
will.
start watching like old matches. You could even like fucking the Aaron commentary. You know how like they do like riff tracks for
Yeah.
movies? You could do like the wrestling version of riff tracks. It'll be like a color commentary or whatever by Aaron.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, maybe I'll do it.
Now, I wonder if that would actually be considered transformative. Like if you actually watched an entire, say, episode of Raw, cut out the audio, and it was just you calling all the matches, all the fucking thing, would that count? Because like I said, with
my
riff
voice
tracks,
would
they
be-
count. But
yeah,
but they license it. So I don't know. It's kind of hard.
yeah.
Maybe don't show
I
it.
mean, yeah. I'm not sure because we know we could show trailers, right? Disney could get away with, obviously. Disney could get away with audio, but I'm not sure the trailers for Warner Brothers, other movie studios or TV studios, you could get away with showing trailers as long as no sound is shown here, I believe. Disney's the only one where you could allow to hear sound, but maybe you could do that for wrestling too.
You know where you could probably get away with it, and I bet you if you contacted them, they'd be okay with it. Like find like a local company.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and be like, hey, I want to watch your matches and do my own commentary on it and show it. And I'll introduce. Basically, my audience is now going to be introduced to your wrestling.
Oh yeah, in Toronto, that's easy.
Yeah, so there you go. Like, find some local company that like puts out matches.
Yeah,
Or even it doesn't even have to be from your area. You could just find like a local New York or whatever. Because there's a bunch of companies on YouTube that have matches and stuff. Be like, hey, I want to do commentary over your matches.
yeah.
I mean, that's what ICP and them did. Remember, they did that King of the Death match, and they did their own commentary on that.
Mm-hmm.
And they licensed it, and then they fucking sold the tapes.
Give me a hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Yeah.
That's a great line.
All right.
Now, yeah, I'm gonna have to end it because SmackDown's about to start in 2 minutes.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna go watch Andor. I haven't watched Andor yet. I gotta watch.
I haven't watched it since episode 4.
It's getting good. It's getting really good.
Okay, I gotta get back into it. Maybe when I have time.
Andy
this
Serkis
weekend.
showed up.
I heard. Yeah, I heard. Yeah. No, but yeah, thank you for coming on, and thank you everybody for watching and tweet and in the chat. Tomorrow I'm doing the Crown Jewel live watch along. Yeah, I cannot show you it. I'll get in major trouble. But it's gonna be 11:50 a.m. That's gonna go live because the show starts at 12 p.m. noon time. Yeah, because they're in Saudi Arabia, so they have to go by their time zone, right?
Yeah, it's true.
And I'll probably get like 100 subs because I know all of them will probably come from like India or something because they'll be asking where's the show? Where's the show? I just know it. They did it last time in September around that time. I just know it, Tony. Believe me.
Well, if I'm around, I'll pop in and help you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. And you know what's getting me the subs though? It's been the shorts on this channel.
Oh yeah,
helping. Like shorts do help you get subs.
That's what I said, but you got to make sure that your shorts are tailored to your content. Because if you got shorts on, say, like knitting and your content's wrestling, they'll sub and then they'll be like, wait a minute, I don't want to watch wrestling shit, and then they'll unsub.
Yeah, all my shorts are wrestling related on this channel.
That's why all my shorts are Latino discount. Everyone knows that's the guy. Hashtag Latino discount.
Yeah. And I told Max, because Max always complains about not getting more subs. I'm like, do shorts, Max. Do shorts.
Well, I told him too. I'm like, dude, you do long ass live streams, cut up 60 seconds, like find a section that's like, oh shit, this was a good part, or we were laughing, or something was going on. Cut that, and then it'll just lead people back to your fucking live stream.
Or you know how sometimes he's been making videos, right? Like a lot of videos this week. How about just do a short thing, basically your opinion on something, instead of a whole 5-minute thing?
Well, here's what I would do, and you could remind me if you don't tell Max. I would put at the very beginning of the video, right? Like, let's say I'm doing a WrestleMania video, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe Stone Cold showed up at WrestleMania and he laid the SmackDown on who? Mm-hmm. Find out in a minute. Then I go, hey, make sure you like, subscribe. And then I would clip the beginning part, turn that into a short. And then I still have the little hook on the video and the hook on the short. And then it goes back to the same video.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that myself, but I am so fucking lazy. I don't know how I got 1,000 subs. I'm the most undeserving, Aaron.
You got good content. That's how you get.
Everyone says that. I feel like my content is shit.
Well, if your content is shit, then you're doing something right. If you got 1,000 subs and getting monetized.
Well, we don't know yet. I got to submit for the whole thing, go through the whole process and all that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I don't see any reason why I won't get it, but I mean, fingers crossed.
You'll get it. You won't be like RJ getting rejected.
Dude, I went to 1,001 subs today, right? And I announced, I was like, "Oh shit, I hit 1,000!" I was all happy, and then like 20 minutes later, like it went down to 996. I was like,
you know what probably is? Probably from those dead accounts or like bot accounts.
No, I think a couple people who don't like me subbed to the channel to make sure like to follow me and know what the fuck I'm doing. And when I hit 1,000, they unsubbed.
You're like, yeah, I really want you to get monetized.
But little did they know, more people started subbing anyway. So I hit back to 1,000. Yeah. So I might yo-yo up and down for a couple days.
Yeah, it happens. It happens all the time. Yeah, but yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for everybody coming on. See you all tomorrow.
All right. Take it easy, Aaron.
Take care, everybody.